රාජ්‍ය සේවකයන්ට හිමිවන ජීවන වියදම් දීමනාව රුපියල් 10,000කින් ඉහළට.
කරු ජනාධිපතිතුමා දැන් ඔබතුමා කිව්වා මේ ව්‍යවස්ථාදායක අපේ මේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම සභාව පත් කිරීමේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා එක්කෙනෙක් පත් කළා නැහැ කියලා. ගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමා මේ ධර්මලිංගම් සිද්ධාර්ථන් මන්ත්‍රීතුමාගේ නම යෝජනා කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මං හිතන්නේ විපක්ෂයේ කතානායකතුමා ඒ පත්වීම කරලා නැහනේ. ඒ සිද්ධාර්ථන මන්ත්‍රීතුමාගේ නම පත් කරා නම් ඔය ගැටලුව විසඳ ගන්න පුළුවන්.
කතානායකතුමාගේ වරද්දක් නෙමෙයි. මෙතන විසඳ ගන්න තියෙන එකක්. සිද්ධාර්ථන් මන්ත්‍රීතුමාගේ නම යෝජනා කරලා තිබුණෙත් ඒක හොඳ නමක්. ඒ වගේම විපක්ෂ අනික් කණ්ඩායමකින් කියලා තියෙනවා මේක සිදුවෙන්න ඕන කියලා. ඉතින් ඒකයි කියලා තියෙන අනික් කණ්ඩායම. ඒ කණ්ඩායම තමයි ඔතුමන්ලා එක්ක වැඩ කරන්නේ. සිද්ධාර්ථන් මහත්මයා නෙමෙයි.
Honorable Rafakin.
I
so therefore it's only proper that Mr. Siddharth is adopted by the
This is not a matter for the government. We have nothing to do with it. This is a matter for parties other than the two main parties. So whatever it is, it has not been made. I mean, useless asking me, I don't appoint them. අපි කරේ ගන්න ඉතින් මේක විපක්ෂයෙන් විසඳ ගන්න ඕන එක. මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා තිබුණා මමත් විපක්ෂ නායකයෙකුට නැද්දි. කොහොම හරි ඒක විසඳගත්තා අපි. ඉතින් මගෙන් අහන්න මට කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ.
Yeah, but then the TNA has proposed as one of the two. No, sorry, the TNA is not one of the main parties, no?
Who?
No, TNA is not one of the main parties.
But it's a question of what it is. Some other parties have also asked.
What other parties, sir? What other parties, sir?
You ask them. I am not a member. I only know what was told to me. Leader of the opposition will know. These are the issue that you all have to sort among yourselves.
We have proposed the name. We have proposed the name. The speaker has to.
I have nothing to do. Government has not made anything. අපි නමක් දීලත් නැහැ. මේව කළත් නැහැ. මොනා කරන්නද?
ඔබතුමානික අපේ පැත්තටනේ බ්ලේම් එක දාන්නේ. හැබැයි අපි නමක් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ පත් කරා නම්
විපක්ෂනේ. නෑ ඔබතුමාට බයින්නේ මොකද දැන් ඔබතුමාලට මේ විශේෂයෙන්ම ආර්ථික උපදෙස් දෙන්නේ නාලක ගොඩ හේවනේ. ඒක ඔබතුමාට දොස් කියන්නේ.
Honorable Opposition Leader.
Honorable President, I was not here. I was in the business committee. The business committee was discussing two issues. So soon as I heard that you had made some queries, I came here to provide a reply, but I need to know what's the issue, please?
I said I don't know. You should know better. You are a member. Why the small party representative is not on the Constitutional Council? From what was told to me, was that there is a dispute between the smaller parties as to who should be the representative. I said I have no objection to Mr. Siddharthan. We can always.
So as far as I'm concerned,
here
the speaker had made a query from the TNA as to who their consensus person is, and that is Honorable Siddharthan.
Yes,
and we are also of the opinion that Honorable Siddharthan has to be appointed.
Yeah,
but the speaker has had a problem in coming to a decision. It's nothing at all to do with the opposition, the SJB or the SJB
I'm
alliance.
not talking about
I'm just trying to clarify. I'm just trying to clarify to you. So I think this is a matter you should get clarified from the Honourable Speaker. So if the Deputy Secretary or Assistant Secretary so pleases, if a message can be sent for the Honourable Speaker to come to the chamber, and he can himself verify what I'm saying, because we are also of the opinion that Honorable Siddharthan has to be appointed.
Like you, we also the view it should be held, but apparently there is a problem between these different groups. I think Honorable Siddharthan is there, he can tell you, within your own ranks, not the SJB, beyond that, there are issues. So what can, there is nothing that I can do on it. If I had the power, I'll appoint Mr. Siddharthan. But honorable member.
Honorable President, I'm sure Honorable Siddharthan is here on the floor of the House. He himself knows very well how we have supported his candidature and also his appointment. And similar to you, if I also had the power, I would also appoint Honorable Siddharthan. But we are not empowered to do that. So what I would recommend to you, Honorable President, I'm sorry, if you can please instruct the Honorable Chair to make a request for the Honorable Speaker to come. He will be able to better clarify the situation. He will be able to better clarify the situation.
I can't hear, so let him make a statement later. But the problem is, you all recognize Professor G.L. Peiris as a party. So moment you recognize them as a party, then they can also make, that group also make a claim. They are not a party. They are under the, they were elected here. He was the, ask the former president.
Honorable President.
So you all went and recognized this. They shouldn't have had front row seats. They should have been in the, behind that. You gave them front row seats. You all are working. You all now have an agreement also to contest together. I have no problems on that. But the whole thing arose. If you didn't give them front row seats, Mr. Siddharthan, Honorable Siddharthan would be in the Constitutional Council. Now what can I do?
Honorable President, yeah. I'm absolutely amazed at your ignorance. I mean, if you are telling me that we have the power as an opposition to recognize parties, that is a duty that is bestowed on the Speaker, not the Leader of the Opposition. I'm amazed about your ignorance about parliamentary activities. Please, I have not finished.
Okay, sorry.
And also, Honorable President, for your information, the opposition parties are not given the responsibility of allocating seats. We don't do that. That is not our job. And recognition of parties and their separate identities, that's the prerogative of the Speaker, yes, not the opposition leader.
No, Honourable Leader of the Opposition, I accept the fact that the Speaker has to allocate the seats. But generally the practice has been, before the Speaker allocates, on the opposition side, they ask both the government and the opposition instances like this. I thought you all had agreed. I'm sorry that you all had not agreed. Then you agreed with the former president. We can all ask that they shouldn't be given front row seats. You don't agree, we don't agree. Why should we give them front row seats? Then Honorable Siddharth, he also agreed they shouldn't be given front row seats. So it's recorded here that both sides have agreed that they can't be given front row seats. So a copy of this can be given to the Speaker tomorrow.
Honorable President, please don't attempt to put words into my mouth. Okay? It's not a matter of us agreeing and you agreeing or whatever. It's the prerogative of the Speaker. Speaker is bestowed with the responsibility of recognizing political parties. I'm sorry, there are some who are here who are very familiar with the Madamulana Sanskrutiya, not Westminster Sanskrutiya. Please ask your Golayas to be quiet, Honorable President. I mean, we were giving you a hearing. We were quiet. We were quiet. This is not the Madamulana Sanskrutiya or Madamulana Sampradaya. This is Westminster Sampradaya. So, I was giving you a hearing, Honorable President, without interruption. Please ask your surrogates and your political cohorts to keep quiet. Your political slaves, they are enslaved.
So, don't you accept the fact that they should not be given front row seats? Do you accept the fact? I thought you were against them being given front row seats because you said you were not for it. You are not being... So tell us whether you are for or against it, that's all we want to know.
Opposition Leader.
Honorable President, whether we are in the front, whether we are in the back, or whether we are in the middle, those are all decided by the people of the country. People's sovereignty. So let's go for elections. Let's go for elections. And then the people will decide whether we are on the front or the middle or the back or wherever, whether we are in the government or whether we are in the opposition.
Now, these were the group that was elected on the coattails or the satake of the former president. Without that, they wouldn't have been elected. Now they are part of the SLPP. Now they have come here. So it's not a question of elections. then they should come back here. Otherwise, resign and say we are going for elections. Now, do you say, I suppose you agree with me that they are not entitled to front row seats?
Honourable President, the theory that you are expounding should be applicable to the SJB MPs who went on to your side.
Yes, so
if you are saying so. If you are saying, if you are asking these who contested from the Satakaya should resign, what should the SJBs who crossed the floor and joined you, should they resign? No, please answer that.
Yes, so let me answer that.
Okay.
They crossed over and now you have sacked them and you have filed action. So if the court says that they have been lawfully sacked, then they have to resign. Their seat is vacant. But on the other hand, if the court says it had not been lawfully sacked and you all are still members of the UNP, then you have to come and join me.
There is nothing called have, Mr. President.
I'm saying that
you are not an elected dictatorship, no?
I'm not dictatorship.
In Lord Hailsham's words.
You are still a member of the UNP.
I'm afraid, Honourable President, I have to say, Honourable President, the people who are managing the mics, I'm telling you with respect, and the video cameras, they are not acting partially. I know you are not of that opinion. Please instruct these officials to make sure that the videography is done in the proper order. Because I watch these things. It's very unfair. Please don't be prejudicial and partial, and don't be discriminatory.
No, Honourable Chair, I agree with him. Have the camera all the time on him. Don't have it on me. I can't.
Mr. President.
Yes, so I've given you the camera.
Mr. President. This is not the UNP working committee. This is not the UNP working committee. Don't twist words. I never said that. Don't twist my words. And don't misinterpret what I say.
I am making a request. All the camera should be on you all the time. Now they are turning on me. They shouldn't do it. They should turn it on you.
Honourable President, Honourable Opposition Leader, we'll come to the debate.
One more issue. Honourable Chair.
Sorry at the childishness of the so-called head of state of our country. Extremely childish.
I want the Honourable Member to speak. I will allow the Member to speak.
Honourable Charles Nimalnathan.
Garu Mandrituma.